Almost everybody talks about cryptocurrencies today, all thanks to the media hype that these new class assets are receiving. But what happens when the world's sixth largest cryptocurrency partners up with one of the world's largest payment networks? Well, this can change everything for XRP tokens and their credibility among investors, considering the SEC lawsuit against Ripple. So today, let's discuss just that. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Crypto Impulse. Today, we discuss everything about XRP and its potential partnership with PayPal, and this particular news will change everything for XRP. But before we begin, consider subscribing to our channel for more content just like this one, and while you're at it, turn on the post notifications so that you never miss out on any of our future uploads. Drop a like for the video if you're optimistic about the future of cryptocurrencies in general. With all that done, let's get started. Cryptocurrencies are the talk of the town when it comes to financial investments because of the fact that these are a new class of assets that will provide you high returns with high risks involved. This year, we saw a price rally for major cryptocurrencies, and so many of them reached record high prices. Bitcoin reached more than $63,000, and this was insane because nobody would have ever thought Bitcoin to be valued at such a price. There are so many reasons why investors are investing in XRP tokens by Ripple because XRP is offering an affordable solution for cross-border remittance and transactions. XRP also delivers transactions at a much faster rate than other cryptocurrencies in the market. The company behind XRP tokens, by the name Ripple, has got a lot of partnerships with major banks around the world, and they are also moving into developing central bank digital currencies by developing private ledger based on the public XRP. XRP tokens are extremely affordable, especially if you're beginning out with cryptocurrency investments. So if you want to invest in XRP considering its low price and increasingly mainstream appeal, it makes a lot of sense with the potential for a bigger return on investment, especially considering the fact that XRP tokens will be used for cross-border transactions that are done much more quickly compared to the traditional fiat currency transactions that we have today, which is not only costly, but it actually takes a lot of time, from a few hours to days for a single transaction, and in a world where time is money, things can get pretty serious if monetary transactions are extremely slow. So you could say that Ripple is actually trying to solve a lot of problems for the major financial institutions. It primarily speeds up the flow of capital, which is excellent for any economy. Ripple will also be working with small business owners, and once the XRP tokens become widely adopted, the Ripple platform will provide millions of traders and entrepreneurs the access to the global economy, which is a huge statement. Ripple has the most support from traditional financial institutions outside the cryptocurrency market. It is also preferred by the traditional institutions more than Bitcoin because Bitcoin's primary utility lies in its store of value, and there are so many scalability issues with Bitcoins. Bitcoin payments were also suspended by Tesla, considering the fact that they cause a lot of problems for the environment because of the dependence on energy produced by using fossil fuels for running the entire Bitcoin network by the mining pools. Unlike traditional cryptocurrencies that we all know, XRP coins are pre-mined, and they're already in circulation, and the circulation of the entire coin is controlled by Ripple. So you could say that it is somewhat centralized despite its claim of being decentralized. Well, technically, XRP as a token cannot have partnerships with any companies, just like how Bitcoin or the US dollars cannot have partnerships with companies. XRP is a digital asset that trades on a public ledger, and it cannot enter into agreements or favor one party over the other, which is the whole point of cryptocurrencies. If PayPal will be introducing XRP tokens within its payment network, things will change for XRP because now it'll be taken much more seriously by the investors. With major payment companies like PayPal trying to invest in cryptocurrency and also providing its users to buy or sell cryptocurrencies means that the adoption of cryptocurrencies will be at much faster rates because of more than 377 million users that use PayPal. The ability to buy and sell XRP tokens on PayPal's platform will lead to an increase in engagement with its services, and users will begin to think about using XRP tokens for transactions, even though that is not the primary use case with XRP token because it is used for converting fiat currencies to XRP tokens for international transactions. Giving people the ability to buy, sell, and use XRP tokens is a major step for the mass adoption of XRP tokens, and our shift to digital forms of currencies is inevitable because everything that we do today leaves some form of digital footprints, and the pandemic situation has only accelerated our dependence on everything digital. According to Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella, the pandemic situation has forced the entire digital industry to innovate at a much faster rate, which would have otherwise taken 2 more years to see the technology that we use today. We are also extremely familiar with digital payments with our fiat currencies, and digital tokens will soon be used for our transactions because we are already familiar with using digital wallets. PayPal has always been picking up its pace with the introduction of new products and features, and people will also be looking forward to investing more into cryptocurrency space, which is good news for every investor out there. PayPal is also exploring the acquisition of cryptocurrency companies, and PayPal might even consider developing its own cryptocurrency. But we don't think that will affect XRP tokens because of the fact that the primary utility of XRP tokens will be completely different, and the company Ripple has already been progressing at a much faster rate by partnering up with so many institutions worldwide. Ripple as a company is completely focusing on simplifying the process of issuing a monetary payment through a digital channel. Ripple as a company in general will be a powerhouse in the digital currency world. At the same time, it will be extremely foolish for us to think that the banking systems that we use today will disappear overnight. Yes, digital currencies are here to stay, but they will be more incorporated into our daily lives with the help of major banks in the financial world. XRP tokens are the first digital currencies that are adopted by mainstream financial institutions, and it is only continuing to pick up momentum. With XRP tokens, our entire financial system will be extremely simplified, and you will be able to send money to anyone regardless of what bank they use or where they're from through the simple channels that Ripple will be providing. Suppose the partnership between XRP and PayPal becomes a reality. In that case, this will be a huge win for the digital asset industry because PayPal is a global e-commerce payment network with over 377 million users worldwide. It is also the 54th largest company globally, with a market capitalization of more than $282.58 billion. During the fourth quarter of 2020, the platform processed about 3.47 billion transactions worth a combined value of $277 billion. So with the huge engagement with payment platforms like PayPal, the company will be introducing the ability to buy and sell a few cryptocurrencies directly through the platform. Again, in the fourth quarter of 2020 investor update, PayPal said that customers who purchase cryptocurrencies using the service have been logging on twice as many times as before. And this is mainly because users are logging in frequently to monitor their new cryptocurrency investments, or it could be because the global pandemic forced people to be stuck inside their houses with nothing to do. But this has nothing to do with PayPal accepting XRP tokens. It was on March 30th this year when PayPal announced that its customers will now be able to convert their digital assets held on their platform into fiat currencies. And at the same time, you could buy goods from over 29 million merchants that use the PayPal network. There will be no additional charges for checking out items using the new payment method with cryptocurrencies, but only one crypto asset can be used to fund the purchase of an item. Considering how fast Ripple is growing as a company and the utility of XRP tokens, it makes a lot of sense for PayPal to incorporate XRP tokens with their payment app, and this will mean more people can buy XRP tokens much easier than ever before. And this will also drive up the price for XRP tokens, and people will look at XRP tokens very differently than what they're used to. Let's hope that XRP will be a part of the PayPal payment network soon, considering the fact that during the making of this video on August 15, 2021, XRP was the 6th largest currency worldwide, with a market cap of more than $60 billion and with a price of $1.31 per token. And these prices will change by the time you watch this video, so take everything with a grain of salt. And a final note, this video is meant to be infotainment content and should only be viewed as such. This is not financial advice, and any investment that you make with cryptocurrencies must be made at your own risk because these assets are extremely volatile and you might end up losing a lot more money than you thought you would. With that, we have come to an end with our video. What do you think about this particular partnership of PayPal with Ripple? Do let us know in the comments section below, because we would love to hear from you all. Subscribe to the channel if you want to watch more content just like this one, and while you're at it, press the bell icon to get notified about all our future uploads. Drop a like for the video if you're somebody who's looking forward to investing in XRP tokens. That's about it for today. Catch you all in the next video.